When faced with an assassination attempt, every second counts. Having the right firearm can be the difference between life and death. In this video, we explore the top rifle choices that can increase your chances of survival in such dire circumstances. Each of these rifles has a job to do in a high-stakes fight, from close-quarters survival to long-distance pickoffs, and I'll break down why they made the list. Before we dive into the rifles, a quick heads up. If you want to help the channel keep making this content, please like and subscribe. Number 5, Kel-Tec Sub2000 9mm Carbine. For my fifth pick, I'm going with a pistol caliber carbine like the Kel-Tec Sub2000, folded or unfolded, or Ruger PC carbine. Now I know what you're thinking, a 9mm rifle? But hear me out. These guns let you run the exact same 9mm magazines you already carry in your pistol, so resupply and logistics get way simpler. The Sub2000 is a 16-inch PCC. The Gen 3 adds top and bottom Picatinny rails, M-lock on the sides, a threaded barrel, and that party trick, it still folds. But now the folding mechanism twists so you can fold it with an optic and light mounted. Old gens folded straight down and you could only fold them if you didn't have an optic. This one twists and locks so you can keep an optic on it. Useful idea, but it comes with trade-offs. More on that later. Out of the box, it's a $400 gun, so expect a bit of cheap plastic. The new lockup uses a push button and twists nicer on paper than the old rickety latch. Mine needed a slam to lock it solid. YMMV, these parts feel like Kel-Tec plastic, so things are sticky out of the box. The trigger's surprisingly decent for a $400 PCC, smoother than I expected. The safety though, garbage. Be prepared to replace or work around it if it bugs you. This is a budget blowback PCC that actually works. I ran cheap Blazer Brass 115 and got great hits at 35 yards. I got a very tight group. Honestly, for a $400 carbine, it's impressive when it behaves. That said, I did hit multiple malfunctions during the session, 2 or 3 feed ejection problems. One stovepipe and one case actually stuck in the polymer receiver and cut the ejection port. That scared me. Polymer receivers can take abuse, but when a spent case gets stuck like that, it's a bad look. The twist and lock idea is slick because you can keep optics and lights on, but it's not perfect. The twist mechanism can over-twist and lock on the wrong side. It can also be sticky when you're trying to deploy quickly. Practice the motion hard. This isn't something you want to fumble in a hurry. Also, when you mount a light and optic, it no longer folds into a tiny package. It's bulkier and less storable than the old gen folded with sights only. Number 4, IWI Tavor X95 bullpup, 5.56 NATO. Next up is a bullpup, especially the IWI Tavor X95 chambered in 5.56 by 45mm. The reason? Size and reliability. The X95 packs a full 16-inch barrel, good for muzzle velocity and accuracy, into a roughly 26-inch overall package, so it's super compact. That short profile means you can maneuver in tight hallways or cars without being hampered by a long stock, and you can stash it almost anywhere if you need to move quietly. Military units love the Tavor because it's simple, fully ambidextrous, and it uses a piston system that can chew through thousands of rounds on minimal maintenance. In other words, you get AR-level performance in a smaller, tougher package, perfect for clearing rooms or sprinting through a building when you don't have room to swing a regular rifle. Number 3, AK-47 AKM 7.62 by 39mm. Coming in at number 3, the classic AK-47, or any of the reliable AKM-style rifles. This is the blue-collar workhorse, pure unkillable reliability. It fires the 7.62 by 39mm cartridge, which is heavier than 5.56, so you get a lot more blunt energy on target. Stuff that a 5.56 might glance off of, a 7.62 will make itself felt. The AK-47 platform evolved into the leaner AK-74 in the 1970s. The AK-74 shoots 5.45 by 39, a lighter, faster 65-grain projectile at roughly 2,900 feet per second, versus the 7.62 by 39's 123 grain at about 2,300 feet per second. The result? The 5.45 is faster and tends to tumble, making a nasty wound channel. The 7.62 brings heavier blunt trauma and deeper penetration. In practical tests, steel, gel, even canned food. The 5.45 showed aggressive energy transfer and tumbling behavior, while the 7.62 punched deep and through significant damage as well. Both have their place. The AK-47's round brings raw momentum. The AK-74's is fast, light, and surprisingly destructive on impact. The AK's reputation isn't a myth. Mud, sand, a bent magazine lip, even a broken fingernail trying to load it, that rifle will still shoot. Ergonomically, it's not an AR. The magazines aren't as friendly to your hand, and a wooden stock can feel clunky. The trade-off is simple. When your life depends on a round coming out when you pull the trigger, Knowing your AK will fire is worth its weight in gold. Number 2, bolt action .308 Winchester 7.62 by 51 millimeter. Number 2 is a bolt action rifle chambered in .308 Winchester 7.62 by 51 millimeter. Think Remington 700, Ruger Precision, Savage 10-110, or any modern long-range hunting rifle. Yeah, it's getting labeled a boomer round by some new school shooters, but the .308's versatility is the reason it's still the go-to 30 caliber hunting cartridge. Tons of loads available, proven performance, and hard-hitting energy when you need it. Ruger American, the everyday wallet-friendly pick. Solid internal bedding, rotary detachable mags, 60-degree bolt lift, and an adjustable trigger that yields excellent accuracy for the price. Roughly 1 MOA with good ammo. Pair it with a budget scope and you've got a hunt-ready rifle for a fraction of the cost. Browning X-Bolt Speed, suppressor-ready, light, handy, and built for a suppressor with its short 18-inch barrel. Unloaded and unsloped, it's about 6 1/4 pounds. 3-lug bolt, adjustable gold plate trigger, removable rotary magazine. Figure out the loads it likes and you'll be looking at roughly 1 MOA. My favorite feature? You can cycle the bolt to clear the chamber without taking the safety off. Tikka T3X Hunter, classic looks, modern performance, long 22.5-inch barrel to ring out velocity, smooth bolt operation, user-friendly ergonomics, and consistent 1 MOA accuracy when set up properly. It's simple, elegant, and built to shoot at distance. Bottom line, you can get a stellar .308 for any budget. You want light and techie? Look at Benelli or Springfield. Want tradition with modern reliability? Tikka or Henry. Want value that shoots? Ruger or Browning. And if you want top-end, packable performance for serious backcountry work, Wilson Combat is a hard bar to beat. Why a bolt gun here? Because when you absolutely need precision and stopping power downrange, a bolt action is king. The .308 round is a full-power cartridge, so it flies flat and hits hard even 1,000 yards out. If you get a chance to set up a shot, say you hear gunfire from across a parking lot or need to cover a retreat, you want a rifle that's more accurate and virtually 100% reliable. A properly tuned .308 with a good scope can usually drop an attacker with one well-placed round, and it's way less likely to jam than a semi-auto. In a desperate fight, being able to pick off the threat from afar can literally save your life. Number 1, AR-15 5.56 NATO. My number 1 pick is the AR-15 and 5.56 by 45 NATO 223 Remington. It's America's rifle for a reason. Accurate, light, modular, and crazy flexible. My go-to is a 14.5-inch barrel pinned to 16 inches with a halo magnifier and a surefire light. Perfect for low light work. Want concealment? Run it as an AR pistol with a brace. Want more close-in punch? Build it in 300 blackout. The point is, you can change this platform to whatever you need. When the AR debuted, it used aerospace-grade aluminum and polymers, light but strong, so the platform stayed easy to carry and handle. It has a long enough barrel for the 5.56 round to get good velocity, and the buffer spring system smooths out recoil so follow-up shots are quick and controllable. Look at the basic parts. A handguard, many now with the heat shield so your hands don't melt, an A2 front sight gas block up front, an adjustable rear aperture, and a bird cage flash hider at the muzzle. There's an ejection port cover to keep dirt out, and yes, the ever-controversial forward assist, which you'll rarely need but is there if a bolt needs a nudge home. What really makes the AR special is parts and ammo availability. It uses common mags and 5.56 ammo, so you can stockpile rounds and swap parts on the fly. The aftermarket and how-to guides make field repairs and upgrades easy. Most importantly, it goes bang when you pull the trigger. If your life depends on a shot, that reliability's everything. Modern ARs have evolved massively from the original version. Gone are the clunky fixed handguards. Now you get M-lock or Picatinny rails so you can bolt on lights, lasers, grips, and whatever else you want. Optics replaced the carrying handle era. Red dot sights, holographics, magnifiers, low power variable scopes, all quick to mount and faster to use. Magnifiers flip, risers lift your sight to a more natural cheek weld, and prismatic units even offer built-in ballistic compensation for real shooters who want to stretch the rifle's capability. Barrel and muzzle tech improved too. Better steel, better rifling, threaded muzzles for suppressors or brakes, and gas systems tuned to reduce recoil and wear. Triggers went from gritty to crisp and light, stocks became adjustable to different body types and armor, and ambidextrous controls, charging handles, safeties, mag releases let lefties not hate their life. There are also real tactical tools, pressure switches and remote switches for lights, IR lasers for night work, vertical grips and angled foregrips for better biomechanics. All of it makes the AR more adaptable to the job you want to do. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you own any of these rifles mentioned above? Is there any you would be switching out? I want to hear about it.